Maybe, maybe, baby.
Accidentally picked the older intro tonight.
What a way to start.
Well, I guess we get her out of the way.
I bet we don't. Anyway, welcome everybody to another edition of the 86 movie review. I'm one of your hosts, Halloween Jack, and over there is Johnny Vintage, and down there is Frankie Apple Pie. And tonight we're going to be reviewing Johnny Vintage's pick of The Long Kiss Goodnight. And okay, Vintage, why this one?
Well, I saw this in the movie theater way back in 1996. And,
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Ed, you're on time.
Yeah, which
you're on time. We weren't. So.
Hey, I'm
sorry, Vintage. Go ahead.
I am such a letdown. I saw this in the movie theater, and I just absolutely loved it. Yeah, I absolutely love this movie. It did everything a movie is supposed to do. You know, it keeps your attention. It leaves you feeling good about a movie. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, yeah, that was a really damn good movie. I really enjoyed it, and it's not superficial. I mean, because you actually kind of feel for the characters and what they're going through, whether it be a divorce, you know, dealing with a child, or her having amnesia and having a whole different life and coming to it. And I really loved it. So I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I wanted to watch it again. And it's one of those movies I wanted to share with y'all. If you hadn't seen it, which y'all hadn't, it would surprise me. But I figured I want to share because it's a movie I think is really good, you know, and it's a little bit out of our what we've normally been watching, whether it be monster or sci-fi or what have you. And yeah, I just wanted to share this because I thought it was really good, and I wanted to see what y'all thought.
Well, sharing is caring.
Great. I think it's divine and swell.
Okay, so you answered my question about what was the first, or where, or when was the first time you saw this. What about you, Frankie? Is this your first viewing of this?
Yeah, this is the first time. I was aware of it. I thought it was a different kind of movie than what it actually was. I think that's why I didn't really watch it before. I thought it was some kind of, I don't know, weird romance movie or something. But no, it was definitely, there was a lot of surprises. The movie surprised me a lot throughout the course, and I really, really enjoyed watching it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, actually, this is my first time watching it too, and I think part of it was to do with, I guess, Rennie Harlan being the director and Gina Davis being the star, and the two of them were married, and they didn't exactly have a good track record with Cutthroat Island, which came out before this.
Wow.
The writer Shane Black, I mean, he wrote the, and it's funny, that's one of my dislikes, that you made me watch a Christmas movie. I'm going to jump ahead and say that you made me watch a Christmas movie. But
that's my second note on here. It says Christmas movie.
Well, Shane Black was notorious for doing that because he wrote the screenplay for Lethal Weapon. You know, that was set in Christmas time. you know, he had written, what was it, Iron Man 3? I mean, he has a long list of writing credits. And from what I read and what I understand, that is he was a little upset with this because he had written this for Rennie Harlan and Gina Davis. He wanted them to be in it, but he wanted this to come out before Cutthroat Island. And he felt that the fact that bombed kind of diminished this movie for a lot of people. And not only that, but I mean, he made $4 million for writing this script. And at that time, a lot of people are upset because they felt that was setting a precedence for writers at that time, which I don't understand. I mean, you know, you'd think the writers would be like, oh, great, you know, we can get that much money for a screenplay. But no, for some reason, it had the opposite effect. What can I say from my first time viewing it? I mean, it entertained me. It kept me engrossed in what was going on. You know, I had to see how it was going to end. I think it was a little predictable in places, but you know, I'll get to that later. So I guess we'll start with our likes, and I'm going to start with you, Mr. Frankie Apple Pie.
There's a few things in here I liked a lot. One of the things that sticks out was the throughout the whole thing, the one-liners or the comments from Samuel L. Jackson, but also she had some doozies too. But I hate it when we do a movie like this and the favorite turns out to be a kill scene. But you know,
I bet you it's the same one for all of us.
The guy that was hanging, you know, and that was brilliant. I thought that was a beautiful scene, the way she saved his ass and you know, got out of a situation and took out the bad guy. I was like, wow. But what a great contrast. In the smart move when she filled the doll's head with gasoline, I thought that was pretty clever. I thought that wasn't the last we saw of Dolly in this, you know. Seeing Samuel L. Jackson dressed up as Inspector. Whoa, there we go. Yikes.
Scarier when you get a close up, isn't it?
That's not supposed to be.
Didn't she?
What it is, it incorporated her sunglasses, little dark glasses, and little dark circles were part because of the pictures. But yeah, anyway, much scarier.
Didn't she also incorporate the doll's wee in that explosion too?
Yeah. Well, that was the gas. It was weeing out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It was weeing gas. So that points for that. Yeah.
I totally had to go. I really enjoyed seeing Samuel L. Jackson dressed up as Inspector Clouseau in the beginning. With the two bums he hired. I'm a little confused. I mean, we'll talk about this later, but you know, part of my that'll be part of my dislikes later. But wow, I love it when she took out that guy and she did it again, and when she said, "That's what chefs do." I'm sorry, I don't want to jump.
There you go. That was one of my favorites too. That was the tagline for a couple of things in there. Yeah.
Wow. There's so many lines, and I'm sure you guys really there's so many. I'm sure you guys will pull them up. I'm writing them down in the dark, and I can't really make out my handwriting, but there was some really good lines that just cracked me up. I was laughing out loud, you know, trying to watch it last night. But
I had a line too. Oh, that's a duck, not a dick. That was my. That was one of my favorite lines.
Yes. I like it when he says, I know what you're thinking. And he said, well, I hope not. I was thinking about how much my balls hurt.
Yeah.
And oh my God, remember the guy she was dating? And he even sits down to pee. Oh my God. She's like,
oh yeah.
You even said that later. He even sits down to pee.
That's David Morse, one of my favorite actors. I really liked him, Green Mile and everything. It's a shame he turned out to be such a jerk in this, but
yeah. Oh, he is good. Anything he's in. Wasn't he in 16 Blocks with Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great movie.
Yeah, he's a really good actor.
That should be one for down the road.
Yeah.
But I'll stop there. There's so many things to like about it. But yeah, mostly just the switch between her and her, you know, amnesia, school teacher state, and you know, she looked like Barbara from Beetlejuice, and all of a sudden she looks like
Yeah.
I don't know, with the hair and everything like that. At first, it was a little too much, but she made it work. They made everything work in this. I think they did a really good job with it. It was a fun movie. Great. Yeah, if they paid $4 million for the script, you know, at least they got their money's worth in the jokes, you know, and the one-liners.
Oh,
some of those situations, and there wasn't just one. There's quite a few really impressive kill scenes or unlighting scenes. But I'll stop there.
Oh,
that was timing.
Right on time, man. Yeah, I don't
did
know
you do that?
That was my phone going off.
I am magic.
Are you a magical?
Why don't you go next?
Wow.
With your likes.
I thought you did that on purpose. Jeez.
No, that just so happened my phone went off, and usually that's an eBay thing. So, yeah.
It's
I
like,
thought
you
my
were
back
cursed.
went out again.
You were cursed.
Yep. There's you, Johnny. Or whoever.
That was funny.
All right, vintage. I mean, it's your pick.
Well, why don't you go first, HJ? That way, if you're,
Oh, you
you're
want-
like, I don't want to take any of your likes, so I'm just going to let you.
No,
roll
all
with
right. I mean, I tell you what I liked I like the musical soundtrack a lot. A lot of mix in there of, you know, some old 60s Motown and stuff like that. And that, that kept me going. I like the fact that she lived in New Jersey, down the Jersey Shore somewhere. They didn't say where. Okay, that's where I'm from. Samuel L. Jackson. That's a big like in this. I mean, I've liked him in a lot of things. Sometimes I don't like him. He was perfect for this. Perfect for this role. And, you know, he wasn't even in consideration at one point. He met Gina Davis and Rennie Harlan at a Christmas party or some party like that. And, you know, that it wasn't the intention to have, they said they wrote it for a white man, put it that way. That's what they said anyway. But then once they met him and he said he was interested, I mean, they were like, no, fine, let's give it to him. Let's see what else. I have to use my glasses. I'm sorry. Oh, we already said using the doll's wee wee. That was part of the and chefs do that. That was another one of my favorite parts of this. Yeah, I mean, there's so much to like about this. I mean, we could be sitting here for the next couple hours talking about it. But I mean, those are the things that stood out to me the most. I think I have a little bit longer list of dislikes, which I normally don't. But I'll get to that. But overall, I agree with you, Frank. I mean, it was the writing was great. Oh, and that guy in the beginning, the one he was listed as the man in bed.
Yeah.
With the prostitute, that Rex Lynn. I mean, there was a thread going through here because the one that plays Samuel Jackson's partner, she was in CSI Miami.
Really?
And Rex Lynn, the guy that was in bed, she was in CSI New York. He was in CSI Miami. So I wonder if they all tied that together. There was a few actors or actresses in there that looked like they came from those series, but yeah, I mean, I'll leave it at that, and I'll give vintage. I hope I didn't take any of your likes away.
I don't know. Well, like I said, I picked it, so I'm open to whatever y'all have and likes or dislikes, and I just really enjoyed this movie, and I did again. Well, let's see. That's.
One thing I'd say right now before I did like the way the bad guy got it. See, my big dislike about a lot of movies is they shoot guys in the head, or you got to make them suffer.
Yeah.
And the fact that I thought when he landed on the tanker, I thought he was dead, but the fact that he opened his eyes and he looked and he knew what was coming, beautiful.
You could see the split second him with. I swear, maybe you meant
realization.
That was satisfying.
Yeah, it came over his face.
I hated
I'm
that
sorry,
guy.
vintage. I didn't mean to. I hope I didn't take one of your likes away. I forgot about that part.
No one's stepping on any toes here on this show. Okay.
Not on this one.
So here's some of the lines that I wrote down. When Samuel L. Jackson was in there with the dude that was, thought he was with the prostitute, He said in case his arrest is thrown out, because he said he'd personally have men, he'd hire men to fuck you through the ass for the next 10 years. That's how.
Oh my God! I know you don't have a lot of money based on your choice. That's what he told her. Oh my God!
Here, I got a kick out of this is when Samuel L. Jackson got a message on his beeper, and I thought beepers.
Oh,
Yeah, what year was this movie?
1996.
Yeah.
So this is after Pulp Fiction.
This is before Pulp Fiction, I believe. Yeah.
Really?
No, wait a minute. Wait, let me think. No, it's after Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, it was
I
after.
took his little echoes of some of his lines from Pulp Fiction in this too, you know. But she's also used in Marvel movies too.
Well, at least he didn't talk about any damn snakes on the damn plane.
Yeah.
When he almost wrecks the car, when he turns the head to watch the girl jogging, and he has the line, "You can see those coming around the corner. You got time to do your hair." Or when the guy she calls for, apparently it was her trainer at one time, and he's sitting there at dinner with I guess his mom or whatever, and the dog's licking his asshole. It says,
"Oh yeah,"
he says the dog's been licking his asshole for the last three straight hours. He says nothing there worth more than an hour's attention.
So it's either gone and he doesn't realize it, or it's there forever.
Yeah.
And that's good old Brian Cox.
It was a good line.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson, when he said, "I never did one right thing in my life," that takes skill. Want me to put it in my pants and shoot my dick off? And then she says, "Now you're a sharpshooter."
Oh my God, there's so many good lines.
Yeah, I see the one. There was the "you thinking what I'm thinking" line I had down. Or here's the one where he gets Samuel L. Jackson outside the barn when she's out with the guy she thinks she was a fiance, and he tells Samuel L. Jackson, "There may be many reasons not to kill you, but one is not because you will be missed by NASA." Or the when they were talking about, Gina Davis was telling about how men would bite girls in the ear when they take their virginity, so it take their mind off of it.
Oh, biting, yeah.
And he says, when he says, "What? I sock him in the jaw and yell, 'Pop goes the weasel.'" Or when she's making the move on him, he goes, "Beautiful white lady seducing the hell." Or when they're driving, and I thought about you, HJ, when this was said. And she tells him that she's driving, and she says, "I've made it out of Jersey before," and he goes, others have tried and failed, like the entire population.
Yeah, the line was, she goes, "I've made it out of Beirut, so I think I can get out of New Jersey." Yeah, and then that's when he said, "No, there's many who've tried and failed." Yeah. The Jersey thing definitely was a high point for me. So.
When the guy calls the one dude up and says, that they got away or crashed or whatever, and he says, "I think I'm dying," and he says, "Continue dying."
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell that Shane Black wrote this, because I mean, it's you look at Lethal Weapon, a lot of the same kind of one-liners.
And I love Lethal Weapon also. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And then one of the last lines at the end when they all make it through, and he goes to Gina Davis, "Are you okay?" And she goes, "Are you stupid?" All right. There's just some likes. Besides, I just like the movie altogether. But anyway, onward we go. HJ, take it away.
Well, yeah, and too, from what my notes said, her being called Sam Kane, that wasn't supposed to be in the original script. I don't think Shane Black put that in there, and they did it later because Sam Kane was an anagram from amnesia, amnesiac. That's what what they had put in there. Yeah, I mean there was so many good little twists and turns. So I hate to do this, but let's start with dislikes. This is the part of the show sometimes I don't like, but we'll go with it. Frankie Apple Pie. What did you dislike about this?
You just couldn't wait to say that again.
I just love it. It rolls off the tongue.
It does.
Frankie Apple Pie.
In fact, she had her license plate customized. It's APL 314.
What?
Yeah, Apple Pie 314 pie.
Jeez.
I know, and she gets mad because we know some smarty people, whatever, at work, and we figure out they'll get it. Come on, it's pie. No mathematician, come on. Least favorite parts. I didn't like in the beginning. I know it was an action movie, and she turns out to be like a trained assassin. But before she even realized that, she was getting hit in the face with stuff and getting punched. I was like, whoa, no, I don't care. I know she's probably going to clean this guy's clock later. When she wakes up. But I didn't like that. I didn't like the violence in a lot of parts. I thought it was like excessive. But the thing about all the people that got killed just because they're in between point A and point B. In when they're trying to shoot at the girl and the little girl and her, that I didn't like. I was a little confused, maybe because I couldn't hear it too well because I had it kind of low, but I was kind of confused with the connection between Samuel L. Jackson and Gina Davis's character. I in the very beginning, of course, they introduced him in the movie as like Clouseau, and he had the two hired people, the drunks that were supposed to be detectives.
That guy pukes.
Yeah. but the thing with that was a cool thing. They had some kind of thing going. What was that? Was that like they were private investigators? Or?
Yeah, she had hired him.
Yeah.
When she didn't know who she was.
Okay.
To figure out who she was. Yeah. So that's where they're. Yeah, because that was a little. I had to back that up just to figure that out too.
When all of a sudden he just showed up in her story and stuff like that, and then also it's like, yeah, go on, take off with this strange man, and go find out who you are.
I mean, but the cool thing about it, his character was invested in her. That's what I liked about his character. Yeah, and I mean, let's face it, that's an unusual. To me, this was an unusual role for Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh yeah,
and it shows you his diversity. He was so good in this.
And I give him a lot of credit because that was another dislike, is seeing him bound up and fearful, and when like he was like they had him all tied up and naked and in a cellar or whatever, and she came and saved his ass again. Which reminded me of another funny line earlier when she first was kind of clicking into Baltimore mode, from school teacher mode. She wasn't remembering what was happening when she was back remembering stuff, and she says, "What happened?" And he said, I just saved your life. I kicked everybody's ass," or something like that.
Oh yeah. I think it was funny every time they brought up that she's an assassin, he laughed.
Yeah.
At the beginning, every time he made it, he would just burst out laughing. Yeah, like I said, so many good parts.
And she said that line a few times. That's what chefs do. Like when she threw the knife and it landed in a tomato, that's what chefs do. And then she took that guy out with the custard pie or whatever. That's what chefs do. Like, damn, I'm not going to that restaurant. That was disturbing seeing him like that. But it didn't bother me as much when she was getting beat up when she was in Rambo mode, because I knew she could take care of herself and that she was going to deliver like probably 10 times worse. But yeah, just a little confusing. I didn't like the trauma the kid went through, and there was no more from his lady con artist assistant, after he showed up with what's her face, because I thought she was a pretty good character.
Yeah, she was.
And the guy, when he looked at that little girl and realized that that was probably his kid, and I guess that's what the case was, when he was like, let me have a look at you. And of course, if you look in the eyes, and you're going to know if that's your child or not, I think. And he still was like, yeah, so he got his. When he went, I was very happy. But that's all.
The realization that it was coming was the best part. That always is the best part.
Well, he slipped out of it so many times. I was like, damn it, he's still alive. You know, a few times I thought, you know, and that's horrible. I'm actually a very peaceful person, but you know, when you start pushing people and kids around and stuff like that, and you're just an asshole, and you work for the government, it's like, geez, what the hell? This is all people that work for the government. But yeah, that was it. That's my only gripes. You know, old man gripes.
Okay. Would you like me to go vintage or?
Sure.
I know you guys are probably going to be like vehemently disagree with me here. I did not like Gina Davis's performance in this.
Really?
I did in the beginning. You know, you got to harken back to Beetlejuice, to The Fly. You know, where she's always played a different role, and the transition was good for her.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It just wasn't convincing enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I could have seen like Angelina Jolie in this. Just her being a violent person was just so out of character for everything she's done. Yeah. You know, as far as I've seen of her. Okay, let's see. My other dislike was the deer.
Oh my God! Yeah,
that was heartbreaking.
Oh, that was.
At least she was merciful and she broke its neck because it was suffering. But I mean, you know, you're lucky I watched the rest of it, because I said when that's like one of the first scenes, it's like, oh gosh, and I understand. I don't know. I just think they could have done something else for her to have that accident, you know, and that jerk of a guy she was with. I'm not drunk, you know.
Oh yeah.
She wasn't wearing her seatbelt because she got ejected out of that car.
He didn't, and he.
The drunk guy burned alive because he put his seatbelt on. See. Don't wear your seatbelt, folks. You'll live longer. No, that's a bad statement, but no.
Oh, and the other thing that was annoying me was Samuel L. Jackson's white socks. That was like white socks with dress shoes. That was like really pissing me off throughout the whole movie.
It was the Michael Jackson stuff.
And then I mean, and just how harsh she became.
Yeah.
Too, which I understand that was part of, you know, that's supposed to be part of her character. But like you, Frank, the scene with the one-eyed Jack guy in their home, and her throwing the kid through the wall, and I don't know that. Yeah, I understand that was supposed to be a catalyst for her going back to what she was, but I just thought that was a little too much. Let me see what else. Oh, her ice skating after the guys.
Oh shit! Like it would take me longer to put the freaking skates on.
And that's exactly what Jacqueline said when we were watching it. She's like, "Man, she put them on quick."
Yeah, because you got to get those things on tape. You just can't slip them on like slippers. It's like, hey, let's go.
Yeah, that was. I thought the same thing. I mean,
and then catch up.
Yeah. And I just saw, and this is probably my last dislike. I just, the whole part with the daughter throwing her words back at her about getting up, and I don't know. I just thought that was a little much. I thought it was much when she did it to her in the beginning. That you saw the look on the kid's face, and she's like, "I just want to go home." I mean, the kid didn't understand what was going on, and then the kid throwing the words back at her, and I understand it. You know, I get it. I mean, I don't know. That was just a little too corny for me.
Yeah, that was funny. Oh, I missed my cue.
Can you do that again? Can we? I mean, to be honest with you, that was, you know, my only dislikes, other than, like I said, David Morse being my favorite actor, and he's usually a good guy. Well, what was that movie where he played the killer with Shia LaBeouf, where he was on house arrest?
Oh, Disturbia.
Yes, Disturbia. Yeah.
He's the type of character you hate when he goes bad. He's like, oh man, he was a cool dude.
Yeah.
Just like in this one. It's like, shit, he's an asshole in this
Because
one.
remember, he had that TV series Hack, where he was a taxi driver, but he was an ex-cop and he would help people. It was almost like an Equalizer type thing. Yeah, he and in The Green Mile, I loved him in The Green Mile. I thought he was absolutely great.
Yes, definitely.
But I mean, he's good with whatever he does. So, I appreciated him in this, and the fact that, I mean, I did like that part where he was dunking her, and then before she goes to dunk him, the last time she goes, "Well, I'm going to take your knees out."
Oh my gosh!
Cool. Tell her what you're going to do, and she did it. So yeah.
I can't believe I let you touch me. I think I need a bath. It was like, oh my gosh, I wanted to go back in there.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's Gina Davis being like that was kind of a stretch for me. And I'm not saying she's not a good actress. She was. I mean, she was convincing enough in this. But I mean, I don't know. It's. I guess when you see her doing so many roles like that, you're kind of, especially what was it, Transylvania 65000?
Yeah. Well, how about The Fly?
The Fly, yeah.
I had a little hard time with that because I was kind of like, and that was like the first thing I think I saw her.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean that's it for me as far as dislikes go. Yeah. Over to you, Johnny Vintage. Take it away.
One of the things that impressed me about this movie is when I realized it's 30 years old.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's what I was like. Same feeling, like, wow, it's 30 years old.
Well, that's like when I go into the liquor store and they said, you need to be born on this date, and it's like 2005. And I'm like, what?
What? Yeah. I remember it was like doing the math. It was like, oh, crap. Is it?
I'm like, wait a minute. If you were born in 2005, you're of age to drink?
I was born halfway through the last century. I'm good.
Most people that were born in 2005 and made it to now want to start drinking because of all the bullshit. Can't afford to pay my bills. Let me maybe spend $10 on this bottle of liquor and forget that I have some bills.
Then you don't care about the bills.
That's right. Let's see. What did I not like about this movie? Well, all right. Grant you the whole accident when she's in the snow and stuff and walking barefoot in the snow. Well, obviously, it's not real snow because she's not her. You can't see her breath. It's not cold enough. I mean, literally, you say. I mean, she'd be freezing her ass off.
Johnny and his observations.
I know, right? It's the whole visual thing with me. I
don't see her breathing. It's not working.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. If I watch a movie 2 or 3 times, then that's what I'm looking for. Being I had never seen this before, I'm paying more attention to the,
Yes, yeah.
But I get like that when I've seen a movie a couple times. I'm like, you start looking at the things in the background and you start saying, hey, wait.
Hey, yeah. Wait.
An example being like, let the right one in. And they're out there in the snow. And you remember the young vampire and the kid out in the playground. Again, that was fake snow too, but the added breath to her in post-production.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they couldn't do this. Was 1996. It wasn't.
What was it, Conan with Schwarzenegger, where they overdid it? Yeah, there's one scene where they're supposed to be somewhere cold, but the vapor was just way overdoing it. Like, each time he talked, there was like.
And it's funny you're talking about Schwarzenegger. This originally was written with a male actor in mind too. And they had considered either Steven Seagal or Sylvester Stallone.
Gee, gosh,
to play this part. And thank God they did.
See Stallone baking cookies for his kid, and
and all tied up and shit.
Walking around in a bathrobe, and going to PTA meetings, and yeah.
Well, he did technically dress up in as a woman at the end of the movie Nighthawks.
Nighthawks, yeah.
I love Nighthawks.
That's one of the great endings. That's like there's certain movies that you just have those cinematic moments.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, it's Dirty Harry when the killer's on the bus, and then he comes to the bridge and you see Dirty Harry standing up there. I love that. I get chills every time I watch that scene. Those are those great cinematic moments, and I'm telling you, Nighthawks. because you didn't expect it. You know, you really thought it was. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get off the track here.
No. I'm the one that brought up Night Hawk.
Yeah.
That's one of my all-time favorite movies. So
Yeah, that's a good movie too. And Dirty Harry's one of mine. That's
oh
why
yeah, I love
that
Dirty
up, so.
Harry. Yeah, I love most of the Dirty Harrys. Not quite all of them. Anyway, where was I here on dislikes?
Well, you mentioned the breath.
Yeah. The one I do that showed up at her house, he had like a grenade launcher or rocket launcher to blow a hole in the side of the house.
I know. It was like, what the hell was that?
I mean, I love the scene where she tosses the kid through the hole. Good thing it's the height of that tree house, or otherwise she's just chucking her out.
Go to your room.
Like I said, violence against the kid. I didn't dig it.
The one scene at the end where she cuts the line, she goes up there and she grabs the gun from the burning dude. You know exactly what I'm saying. Her hand would have been sizzled because she grabbed that gun from the burning guy and then goes up and then shoots him. But I'm pretty sure that metal should be pretty damn hot because the dude's on fire.
Oh my god! Well, when she was going in underground on the water wheel thing, and they were dunking her, when she was coming out, she actually looked like she was turning blue.
Yeah, and she
did.
It
felt like she was turning blue. Like, oh my gosh! And then she's like,
she practiced that scene with her husband a lot, according to what they said, where she was getting to the point where she can hold her breath. I think they said the longest was 81 seconds. I mean, she was like a 55, then 70, and then 81 seconds, because I think that's the longest she was going to be underwater there. But I know that really made you feel. I have to say that scene was
that's a horrible way for a husband to get his wife to be quiet for 81 seconds.
Honey, I'll do the stopwatch. Just stay there. Stay there.
I was looking at the wrong hand.
You're up to
Eleanor will interrupt. Eleanor will interrupt, and you lose track of time. And then
yes. It really is blue now.
And other than the only other real dislike I have, I think this film's just a tad too long. It's 2 hours.
It is a full length movie.
Actually, 2 hours and 33 seconds.
Yeah. But I don't really have those are just minor dislikes. I really enjoyed this movie. So, all right.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really anything major, you know. Like I said, I mean, I thought maybe somebody other than Gina Davis could have been in it, but I'm not saying I disliked her in it. You know what I'm saying? It was just a stretch for me. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Let me see. Do I have any other notes to throw out? Oh, the guy that played the president. Do you recognize that guy? And I'm glad he didn't have anything to do with it, because I thought he did.
I thought he did too.
He was in The Godfather too. He played the senator of Las Vegas. That was.
You mean The Godfather also, or The Godfather number 2?
No, The Godfather. Godfather Part 2.
Because
remember, he was the senator that was.
Yeah.
They blackmailed him. He was caught in bed because he was kind of trying to get more money out of Corleone to be in Vegas, and he was a corrupt senator.
That wasn't the horse part, was it?
No, he was in bed with a prostitute.
Oh,
almost like the other guy in this movie, and she was killed, and they blackmailed him, into
like this guy.
yeah. So, all right, so why don't we get to rating this? And I'm gonna start with, and just because I like saying it, Frankie Apple Pie. I don't know what that sounds like. It sounds like something Mel Jolson with Frankie Apple Pie.
Frankie Apple Pie.
Yeah, cha-cha-cha-cha, Frankie.
Would you like it, Alamo?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I really liked this movie when I was watching it. I found myself really enjoying it, and I am definitely going to rewatch it because Priscilla wanted to see it, and I think she'd enjoy it. It can be a little violent, but
I was gonna say the violence might.
It's an older movie, so it's not as violent by like today's standards. It's like, ooh, but but it's worth it for the lines. You know, the one lines, especially. Oh my god. What was it when that one guy was kind of making moves on her and she's like, yeah, I'm saving myself for when I get raped. Jesus.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of great lines, and I forget what I just had it written down. I forgot what part it was. I just have written here it's a duck, not a dick, and I'm like, now I can't remember what that was.
Last time I got blown, a candy bar was a nickel.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
And then the part where he says, I missed the school teacher, you know, I was thinking the same thing, but you know, I had that same concern, Jack. I didn't know it would pull it off because I still have her mental image of her being kind of a goofy type of fun character in a fun type of movie.
But before you rate it, I have one question, and you just reminded me when you said it. When they were on the bridge at the end, and all these cops or whatever showed up, and they said they couldn't help her. Were they part of the rogue CIA, or were they just being assholes? I mean, that wasn't clear to me. When they were on the bridge and she was near the truck ready to blow up, and she's like kind of yelling for help, and all these cops converged on the bridge, and she screamed for help, and they were like, sorry, we can't help you.
Because they don't want to get close to the bomb, or
maybe
truck.
they were under orders from the CIA guy.
Yeah, because I mean, well, and to be honest with you, that was another dislike of mine. I mean, supposedly, once she got her memory back and everything, why were they so against her? Why didn't they bring her back into the fold at that point? Because, I mean, it kind of seemed like she almost wanted to, didn't it, at first?
Yeah.
Well, what it was, the CIA guy was in with the bad guy now, and the bad guy was originally one of her targets. That's why she knew so much about him. You know,
That's right. Yeah.
And then they're worried about how much does she remember. And then there was that what did they call it? The honeymoon or something? Wedding?
Yeah, the honeymoon.
Yeah. And
well,
so
I mean, that's the impression I got. Is that I mean, for me, myself, in my head, to answer my own question, I said, I think they were just afraid of what she knew and if she was going to turn on them or not.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem like she was going to. I mean, but like I said, the CIA or whoever showed up in that bridge, I was sitting there thinking to myself, man, what a bunch of dicks. I mean, were they not going there because they knew this was going to blow up, or did they know, or were they part of the rogue CIA, or were they regular CIA? I mean, I hate not knowing.
So maybe they're confused. They thought they were on the Green Hornet, and they thought the dead lady was on the truck. And oh no, that was the other show. No, we can take this out. We can help you.
And here's my question: the orange semi that had the car in it with the Arab dude that they were going to put in a ravine a few miles away. Why was it backed up there? Who backed that truck up? Why did they do that? Because they weren't going to dump the car there, right? So it just so happens that it's there.
Yeah,
they were filming a Ford commercial or something where they put a mountain or something, a truck on top of a mountain, a girl playing guitar. I love my truck.
Be frank, you know, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. That's 2 shows we watched that had trucks with bombs on them.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna be nervous on the highway.
We didn't plan it that way.
We can predict the future like the Simpsons sometimes, or at least or Deadpool.
Yikes. Yeah, like I said, that's it. I hate confusing things in movies, and just the fact that they showed up. Were they the good guys? Were they the bad guys? Were they, why didn't they try and help? I don't know.
They ended up being a bunch of dead guys because after he drove.
Well, and that's
Jackson.
right.
And
and that's what makes me think that they were part of the rogue CIA, because they all got blown up. And I don't think they would have done that if they were the good guys.
Yeah. She would have been set free after to have a happy home life or whatever at the very end, which is nice.
Well, anyway, let's get to the rating point system here.
Okay.
Mr.
If I like a movie, it's definitely an 8. I like this a lot and everything else. I will watch it again only because to catch the lines, but I could survive if it didn't make it on my list, my deserted island list. You know what I mean? Like you had to be stranded somewhere. You're allowed so many movies, so many songs, albums, or whatever. So I give this an 8.5. definitely.
Yeah, cool.
No, it's a good 8.5. It's not or complaining and stuff like that. Some things would have brought it up a score, and I think maybe I liked her in this. I thought she did a pretty good job. I agree with you, Jack. I think they could have cast a little bit differently. I mean, again, she did well, but I would have bought more into it if it was somebody that could pull off that transition a little bit more. With her, it was just too obvious. All of a sudden I'm a punk rock girl, and blonde hair and lipstick and dark eyes, and I'm bad, and we've seen that before 1,000 times.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna give it. I'll give it a 9. Because like I always say every time, if I'm watching something and it engages me and I'm riveted to it and I want to see what's going to happen, and that's exactly what this was. I mean, like I said, some things were predictable, some things were cliche, but like Vintage said, this movie's 30 years old. So I mean,
that's a formula.
You're going to get that in a movie that's that old. But yeah, I'll stick with the 9 because, like I said, it was entertaining. I mean, I might have given it a 10 if it wasn't Gina Davis, and I hate to say that because I like her as an actress.
Oh yeah, but
it's just that I don't know I don't know. It's tough for me to say. Her transition was good for her, but to me it was not her. From what we've seen her, but it does show her versatility as an actress. That she did pull it off. I'm not going to say she didn't, but. I don't know, just in the back of my mind, like I said, I think it
totally sell you. There's again.
I mean, when I said Angelina Jolie, but who knows? Maybe she couldn't have pulled off the mother part, as well as Gina Davis did. So I don't know.
She would have been really young at that age when this was done too.
Yeah.
Oh, if they did it today, Emily Blunt or somebody like that would be great for something like this.
Gee, can you imagine Jodie Foster?
Oh my God, yeah.
I think I kind of could picture that too.
Yeah, it's amazing. Definitely could have done that.
Yeah, I'll give it a solid 9. I enjoyed it. Like I said, kept me interested, kept me wanting to see what was going to happen, and it's a really good film.
Cool,
Mr. Vintage.
I'm at a 9.5. I can't give it a 10 because I think it's a tad too long. There's a few little minor things here, so it's not perfect. But I really love this movie. It's a movie that made me think, it just made me feel good when I came out of seeing it. And after watching it again earlier today, I felt the same. I love it has, the characters have depth, and you don't really get that so much.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
And maybe that's why it took the 2 hours to tell, because they had to add in some scenes would probably be cut today, but this was Samuel L. Jackson's favorite movie he's ever done.
Really?
So, yeah,
really? I can see it. I can see it.
He has said that numerous occasions that this is his favorite movie.
Wow, great.
Wow.
And I think he did a fantastic job. So yeah,
he was, to me, he was the high point of the whole thing.
Oh, I agree. Totally.
And I have to say, the bad guy, well, he did a good job too. You couldn't wait for him to get his, and you knew he was going to. I know. I keep thinking that where you see him and he's like, he's got that realization on his face, and then you kind of see his face expanded.
Yeah, just that fraction of a second, but you knew it. He's done this time.
And that's not, I don't know how they did pull that off exactly, because that CGI wasn't up to that standard. So it's on or something practical effect going on.
I kind of had that on my dislikes. A couple of the special effects didn't work, like when he fell from that height into the water. When him and Gina Davis,
I get you.
He fell into the water. It kind of looked weird.
Yeah,
but again, like you say, considering the time, no CGI and everything,
too, that looked off.
They did a good job of doing that. So
it almost looked as bad as Rear Window. This one helicopter stand. The helicopter was placed in there after, but there's no added.
Oh yeah.
Suggested. It still wasn't as bad as the Joker falling from the Tim Burton Batman.
Oh, I know that I could never understand. With all the money they had invested in that movie, you couldn't do that better than that.
It's like you make it to the end, and it's like, well, he just copped out, gave up. I don't know. Anyway, that was disappointing.
They ran out of money. They couldn't pay him anymore.
Different movie.
Yeah, it was probably just a cutout of him, you know. And
Yeah.
they just, either that or they pulled the camera away. They were like, "Sorry, Jack, no more overtime. Get lost."
Yeah, and that laughing is him laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah. Wow.
He got royalties for every sequel too. That was part of his original contract. He was smart when he agreed to do that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Not even having to appear in him. I mean, because they killed his character off. I mean, they could even like try to go reminisce of him, but nah. But yeah, he's a smart guy.
Dr. Ed disagrees with me.
Yeah.
I like Jean. Well, I'm not saying I didn't like her. I don't know. I just kind of felt, like I said, I wasn't so convinced of the transition with her, you know, from, it's like Scrooge. You know what I'm saying? I've always said my favorite versions of Scrooge are where you could see that change so vividly between, you know, the bad Scrooge and the you know, and that's kind of what I felt about this. I just think that, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking
about. It wasn't definitive, you know. If I thought it was kind of fun when it was like, you thought it was like whenever she went into bad girl mode. When she went into the bad girl mode, when she go back to the school teacher mode, she wouldn't remember anything that the bad girl did, or I don't want to say bad girl, or the assassin. And I thought that was fun. They could have had more fun with that. They could have played with that more. But
yeah.
I thought they were still going that when she was searching the bedroom and she was her daughter's room. She's tearing it apart. I mean, there's nothing in her. It's still her daughter, physical daughter.
Yeah.
It's still your daughter. You know. I mean, she caught onto that eventually, but yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Doc. I think she's a good actress. I'm not saying she's not. This was, you know. All right, so let's get to our final thoughts here.
Thanks, Doc.
Everybody likes it. Sure.
You big dummy.
You big dummy.
I loved it when he on the show when he said to his sister-in-law, who was it,
Esther, yeah.
You're so ugly, I could take your face and stick it in dough and make gorilla cookies. Brilliant.
That was a great show.
Oh my God, Red Box was awesome.
All right, so Frankie Apple Pie.
Yeah.
Final thoughts.
We'll watch again just to catch some of the one-liners from both. Well, everybody actually. Action sequences were clever, well thought out. Movie surprised me a few times. I had some laugh out loud moments, like I mentioned, and it was laid with surprises. I really did enjoy it. Like I said, it's a good 8.5. So thanks for turning me on. I really enjoyed watching this movie.
Yeah, and yeah, I got to thank you, Vintage, for picking it, because I probably wouldn't have watched it either, because I think I had a different impression of it.
Me too. Yeah.
Like Frankie said, you know, I really wasn't sure what it was, and you know, especially with the title, "The Long Kiss Goodnight." You know, I didn't, you know, until you showed the trailer. You know, when we showed the trailer, and I saw it, I was like, wow.
Oh, the trailer definitely got me interested to see it. I was like, no, that looks really cool.
Oh no, I'm definitely going to watch it again. I know, Doc.
We love you, Doc.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely watch it again, you know, one day. And like you said, to catch probably some of the stuff I missed, you know, this time around. You know, especially some of the one-liners. I mean, it was like you. Yeah, I laughed out loud at a lot of things in this as I was watching it. I thought it was a great choice. Okay,
See, Doc says he has to give it a rewatch because the title put him off also. So.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's like I always tell the story about The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I went to see that. That was probably the last movie I saw in the drive-in, and the A feature was that abysmal Island of Dr. Moreau with Michael York.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought The Town That Dreaded Sundown from the title was going to be a Western. And I almost left the drive-in, and I'm glad I didn't, because that turned out to be better than, you know, The Island of Dr. Moreau. So sometimes you can't go by a title.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Oh, yeah. I like movies when they surprise you like that. You expect one thing, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, and that was this. I mean, I agree with you. Great action adventure movie. lot of great parts in that. A lot of like you said, the one-liners. Yeah, I'll definitely go back and revisit it too. So, thank you, Mr.
No,
Vintage.
I'm glad you guys liked it.
This movie. Yeah.
Culture.
Well, I had to give it at least a point better than the snarling.
Here we go.
Yeah. Thank goodness. Our dad didn't show up.
So, last thought, Vintage.
Well, again, this is a movie I just really enjoyed. I think anybody who watches it, I mean, it's got violence in it, yes, but it's from 1996, so you, like y'all have pointed out before, it's a lot different than the violence you see in a lot of movies today. It's not as extreme and over the top, but you know, there's some ridiculous moments, of course. But this movie, I think, all around is really solid. I mean, it's got good character development. I love Gina Davis in this. I can understand how she can get pigeonholed in this thought process of the movie she had done previous to this, and so it is outside her box. You know, I can understand y'all's feeling on that. I just happen to really like her in this. I am sort of sad there was never a sequel. I mean,
A Long Kiss Goodnight.
And there very easily could have been.
There could have been, yeah.
The storyline, you know.
But I think again, Cutthroat Allen probably hurt this movie.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
And otherwise, I think this easily could have had a sequel to it or two, but it didn't. It's its own thing. I'm glad it exists, and I'm glad y'all liked it. And anybody watching, give it a shot. It is definitely worth a watch.
And the violence had a point to it. It wasn't gratuitous.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of what I like. You know,
face and hit with something in the face by the one-eyed guy. So,
well, I think that whole point of that was to jolt her back to what she was. I mean, I get that. And believe me, that part, I found that uncomfortable too. Because I kind of knew what the premise of the movie was, and I was like waiting, okay, she's going to kick this guy's butt.
Yeah,
like, okay, when is she going to do it? When is she going to do it? When is she going to do it? You know, but she did. You know,
save that guy for later.
That's the point. So
let's face it, the most graphic scene in this movie, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is when she's having the dream sequence and she's looking in the mirror, and then the blonde Gina Davis slices her throat.
Oh yeah.
Wow. But still, again, I just like this movie. Thank you guys for watching it and putting up.
Well, thanks for picking it. I don't think I would have watched it otherwise. And to me, that's what I've always liked about us doing this. You know, we picked a lot of stuff that I've seen before, but I mean, when something like this comes along,
titles are deceiving.
No,
I thought Waiting to Exhale was like about a vampire or something like that. No, God, no.
Well, that was like when I was a kid. Every time I looked in the TV guide and they had this movie called The Fiend That Walked the West. And I thought it was a horror movie, and it wasn't. It was just a Western. You know, I was always disappointed. You know, I'd see that in the TV guide, when we were kids. Where that's, you scan, oh, crap, I want to watch that. All right. Well, anyway, next week, we're going to be off, but we are going to have something, aren't we, Vintage?
Next Thursday, we're going to be re-showing an episode of Gorf, which is actually what the Retribution is now. And it's when we showed The Mask from, I believe, 1961. And we're going to show it in 3D. The whole film is not in 3D. There's sections that are filmed in 3D, and you'll be told when to put on your 3D glasses. So if you have any of those simple red and blue 3D glasses sitting around in one of your DV cases or whatever, you'll be able to watch it. I'll be posting something more on it here this coming week. But next Tuesday, we normally been doing the Green Hornet. There will be one more episode of the Green Hornet, but it'll be a week from this coming Tuesday. So I kept trying to think, well, what's going to happen this Tuesday, since the three of us won't be live. But I thought there's a fourth one of us that could be live and do something different. All right. And
I didn't know there was a 4 or a 5 or a 6.
So next Tuesday, there's going to be probably a 4 or 5 part series of this.
Oh, cool.
The 86 watch along of Schoolhouse Rock, because we can actually show those, and you can actually put those on YouTube. because I was doing it.
That's great. That's a great idea. I love it.
So I have to see how. I think there's 55 episodes, 55 Schoolhouse Rock. So we may
Wow, there was that many?
I think so. We may do the first 10, doing them in chronological order. Thanks, Doc, for showing up. We appreciate you, man.
It's that.
And then, well, in 2 weeks, it's my retribution.
That's right, which will be a surprise.
Can't wait.
So join us Tuesday for the 86 Watch Along Schoolhouse Rock, hosted by Jenny Vintage. And before we go, all right, before HJ has to say all these goodbyes and then gets pissed because there's not actually end.
Waited 2 days for this.
And I'm hoping this works, because I haven't played it through all the way through StreamYard, because I was having hang-ups before getting this done. So hopefully there's no hiccups. There probably will be. Who the hell knows? All right. This is the final part to the Pink Hornet and Clito with Mr. Martini. I hope.
Well, Clito, this is where Frankie got beat over the head. Yeah, let's see. What can we find? Oh. Hey, look, Clito. Found a clue. In fact, I think I found a lot of clues. Huh. Look, Clito. There seems to be a whole lot of these little fucking martini glasses all over the place. Really? Yeah. Yeah? Huh.
All the future Sam Raimis.
Wow.
Taking notes right now. This is
Vintage vision.
yeah.
He's gonna pick all this crap up. Oh, man. Like it just keeps going. Oh. Wow, just looks like it's leading to the side of this house.
You said you had dogs next door. I hope.
Uh-oh. Looks like it's a creepy basement.
Oh, this is kind of creepy.
No hazards here. Get your feet out of the shot. All right, there you go.
Oh, leave the three. Watch out,
Door.
Dennis.
Clito, take care of it.
Oh, it hung up there.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
temporary.
We'll see if it unhangs itself.
Yeah.
I had issue with this earlier. Let's move it up a little, see what happens.
These
Oh,
things
Clito
are
kicked the
still
door out.
going. Wow. Like amazing here.
So disposable martini glasses. You never
Yeah,
reused
those are all little martini glasses.
Hey, we're getting close. What the hell? Holy shit.
Oh
Is
no.
that him? Is that Mr. Martini? Oh, it's Frank. We found Frankie P. Oh, not a second too soon.
On your stick.
Pink on it. I don't know how much longer I could have sat there. Oh, I'm sorry we couldn't have got here sooner. How long has he been like this? Oh, he passed out shortly after tying me up and making that message. It's been days. So I really gotta go. I got two things to do. I gotta smoke a doobie and take a dump. And I'm gonna go do them at the same time. All right, well, Frankie, good luck. We'll keep Mr. Martini here occupied until the authorities get here. This is Clito's favorite part. Yeah, all right, I gotta run.
I like the shadows.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, he's really got to go. Come on.
Old Mr. Martini took himself out. Go figure. I'm sorry you didn't get any action. I know how upset you can be when my Clito doesn't get any action. Well, I'll make it up to you. We'll go home and play dentist. You know, that's where I cover you with Oragel, and then you can get drilled all night long and not feel the pain until the morning, till after the numbness wears off. Yeah, I thought you'd like that. Alright. Well, good night, everybody. See you next time. Bye.
John, I know this therapist. I'm going to send you the number.
Wait.
Uh-oh. An epilogue.
Yo, Jimmy, I need your help.
Oh.
Jesus, Frankie. You stuck your fist up JD. Yeah, I know that. You need my help to get him off? Nah. I want to stick him back up your puppet hole. Get the fuck away from me. No.
Jesus. What the hell happened to Frankie P? He's crazy.
Well, I knew it was going to kind of hang up, but hopefully once this comes out in a different edition, you'll see it without the hang-ups. I don't know what it is with StreamYard, but
It's a stream, yeah.
yeah.
Why did he do that? Now, is Jersey Devil gone? Is he done?
You'll have to wait and see.
Oh, man.
We'll have to wait and see. Boy,
Damn.
can't wait.
He's not dead. He just happened to be sitting on the ground and Clito was sitting on his face.
I was going to ask you, but I was going to wait till we were off the air.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't loved already.
Thank you, Doc. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And you all have a good evening, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, join us Tuesday for the 86 Schoolhouse Rock, and we'll see you then. Thanks, everybody, for joining, and we appreciate everybody. Take care.
We do. Peace out.
Peace out.